Nobody is too busy for anything. It's often just a matter of their priorities. Habit number 3 is putting first things first. It's the ability to effectively manage your personal life. This habit is making and keeping our self-commitments. It's to walk our talk. It's doing what's truly important. Leadership is doing the right things, but management is doing those things right. Effective management is when your discipline comes from your independent will. It's having a passion and a drive from your personal mission statement to do something you don't want to do because you have the self-discipline to do it. Management is organizing and executing around priorities. It's being efficient and effective. Don't focus on things and time. Focus on building relationships and accomplishing results. Being too efficient could sacrifice your effectiveness. Effective management is thinking efficiency with things, but effectiveness with people. There's no set amount of time you can put aside to building a healthy relationship, so don't worry about how long it takes, just make sure you do a good job building it. Now that you know what effective management is, let's figure out how you should be managing your day. First, I need you to answer these questions. What can you do on a regular basis that you aren't already doing that would greatly benefit your personal life? Now answer the same question for your work life. Pause the video if you need to because this is really important. My guess is both activities you just stated are in Quadrant 2. Let's talk about the quadrants of activities. Quadrant 1 and 2 activities are both types of activities that can be seen as important. Quadrant 3 and 4 activities are both types of activities that aren't important. The difference is Quadrant 1 and 3 are activities that are urgent, the now, and Quadrant 2 and 4 activities are non-urgent types of activities. So which types of activities are the best to focus on? Although Quadrant 1 activities are important, you do not want to make your main focus on these types of activities. The problem with them is their urgency. They will consume you with their problems, they'll dominate you, and make you a more reactive person. When you're only focusing on the now, that is a problem because you are not focusing on your long-term goals. Quadrant 3 and 4 activities are both not important. See, Quadrant 3 activities are urgent, so sometimes you might think they're important. For example, some meetings, reports, and calls. But in reality, they aren't important to you because what's important to you is based on your personal mission statement and your long-term goals. These activities should be avoided at all costs, along with Quadrant 4 activities, which are pleasure and leisure activities. These activities are great, they might be a stress relief, but they don't benefit you at all. So you want to avoid Quadrant 3 and 4 as much as you can. Quadrant 2 activities are non-urgent, important activities. They're the ones that benefit you the most. We need to focus on maximizing these types of activities. Examples of this include building relationships, working on long-term plans, exercising, preparation, maintenance, reading. Think about your answers to the questions I asked you earlier. Those activities that you likely answered were not urgent. They were just things you knew that if you worked on, it would help you. That's exactly what Quadrant 2 activities are. And as you can tell, these activities would not consume our lives with busy and urgent matters. They would in fact benefit our lives and make us long-term successes. Sometimes it is hard to focus on these activities because our lives are consumed with the busy, the urgent, and the now. However, most of us don't lack the discipline to do these kinds of activities. We lack the ability to deeply prioritize our principles in our hearts and minds, which comes from your personal mission statement. Your personal mission statement gives you that self-discipline to say no to things that aren't important to your goals and plans. Another problem that keeps us from doing these Quadrant 2 activities is daily scheduling. Daily scheduling prioritizes only the urgent and the now. It doesn't focus on the importance of activities. It's just time constraining and leads to dissatisfaction or regret if you don't accomplish everything on your daily schedule. It has low flexibility and leads to problems controlling your day. The proper way to schedule is with weekly scheduling, which I'll go in depth on in a different video if you would like to see that. If you really want to master scheduling your life, I highly recommend you watch that. Basically, putting first things first is scheduling your priorities, not prioritizing your schedule. It's living every day with the purpose of getting closer to your long-term goals. Everything you do is based on your values and integrity. I really hope you guys gained something of value from this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like. I would really appreciate it. Also, make sure to go check out habit number 4, which is the next video of this series.